We are on. Yes. Perfect.
So, we're going straight into it.
Yep.
We are going to talk about the obvious. You've got a bandage on your right knee.
Yeah.
You've had a bandage on your right knee and a brace for a little while.
Yeah.
I want you to talk me through kind of what happened, and also, because it's still so recent and so relevant, the sorts of things it taught you about yourself when it comes to strength that you maybe had never kind of recognised.
Okay. So, I done this 20th of April. The day sticks out in my mind so bad. Playing football when I shouldn't have been playing football because I kind of said I was stopping. And I started training differently. Gone to play football. All I was doing was changing direction. Pushed off. And then I was lay on the floor. It was mad though because like I've experienced like injuries at football before, like broken toes and pulled hammies and stuff. But this, I knew was serious from the
scream or what?
It was the sound. It was a sound and the confusion because I thought somebody had booted me in my leg. That was the only thing that would make sense to how it felt.
Yeah.
I just looked at my knee. I was holding my knee like a baby, my leg like a baby, like this. And I looked down, and my kneecap was resting on my quad. And then I just wouldn't let nobody near me.
So obviously, the first thing that's going through your mind is like, what on earth is going on? This pain is so unreal that you can't even put it into words, right?
Yeah.
You had gas and air and everything.
Yeah. Before the gas and air, all I was thinking when I did it was, how can this happen to me? Because I train legs. I do this. I'm fit. I don't skip leg day. I know how strong my legs are. How can I do this? But then I just didn't know what to do. I thought I'm never going to walk again. Flipping hell, I'm not going to play football. Who's going to walk my dogs? Those kind of things. And it was mad because there were so many emotions. I didn't cry though, because I'm a man. But I just didn't know what to do. And then the pain was like, you couldn't lift me, you couldn't touch me. So then the old gas and air kicked in. The lovely ambulance ladies came, and I do believe they didn't leave me for a while. But I'm a clean cut guy, and I don't really drink, or I don't smoke, or I don't do balloons. But I realised why people do balloons. I think I asked a question.
Second, you got that feeling.
Yeah, I was asking a question like, is this the stuff the kids? How am I telling the kids not to take this, and this is how you feel? It was mad. So, yeah, the gas and air helped massively because my leg was literally I can only do it it was like that, in that angle, until the gas and air came. And then I was saying to them, I know what you have to do. You have to put my kneecap back in. No one ain't going near me. Yeah. No one ain't going near me. And I was like, oh, just take a bit more of this, Gavin. I was like, no one ain't going near me. I'm telling you now. And then they was like, we're going to have to get you on the bed. I was like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll get myself on the bed. So I kind of just lifted myself up, got on the bed. And then by the time we'd done the journey from the football ground to the hospital, and they was moving me from the ambulance bed to the hospital, I was like, oh, look, my knee's gone back in.
So and I was like, now?
Yeah. No, all I wanted to do was go home because I was feeling manky and horrible. I've been at football and sweaty. And I was like, listen, I'll come back, I swear down, I'll come back. Proper mank accent then, innit? Yeah.
From Manchester, guys.
Yeah, I swear down, I'll come back, I'll just go and have a shower and come straight back. It's like, no, we can't let you go. And they was going to let me, they put a brace on. It's like, right, we've done an x-ray, you've something about your knee. I wasn't really paying much attention because I had like an ECG thing on and stuff like that. So I wasn't paying much attention. And I was laid there and I was like, go home now, if you can get off the bed and get on your crutches. So as I went to get off the bed, because when you rupture your patella tendon, your kneecap is normally attached like a sliding mechanism thing. as I went to lift off the bed, my quad muscle tensed, and as it tensed, it pulled my kneecap back out its socket. So then I was like, you need to get me some more gas in there. Yeah, I need drugs. And then I was wheeled, and by this time now, I'm not eating, and I love food. Brioche. I love food.
We're going to get on brioche.
Yeah, I love food. So I was getting kind of angry and agitated. I was patient with the staff, but I was frustrated because I couldn't move, and I'm so used to constantly being on the move. I'm not a person who can just lay in the bed and not do anything for themselves. And then the little bits.
This is an important point, because you're going through all of this, and although it sounds funny now, back in April it was not.
Nope.
And then going into May, June, July, and the summer period and everything else again, your life at that point is no longer what it was the summer before.
No.
So talk us through what that really felt like when the realisation kicked in, off the gas and air, you've had all the repair work done.
Yeah.
What was that really like?
That I'd say it was mentally the worst thing, apart from bereavement and stuff, that I've actually been through. I was helpless.
Yeah.
I was literally relying on everybody to help me. And without the people who were around me, surrounding me and giving me that support, I would have really, really gone under. I did go under, I won't lie. One, I lost weight straight away, because once you're stagnant, your body mass, my leg became a twiglet.
Yeah.
And my brain was just constantly thinking about all the stuff I can't do. I wasn't thinking that I'm going to be able to do that, not straight away. I was just getting my head round, right, you know what you're going to do now? You can't even go to the toilet by yourself.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's a different realisation, isn't it? Because like you say, you're fit, you're healthy, you purposely look after yourself for all of these reasons so that independence isn't an issue.
Yeah.
So when independence is taken away purely through injury or accident, you haven't emotionally prepared for that.
Nothing
and it just
prepared.
hits you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
Like you say, the inability to be able to go to the toilet on your own, just get up and go to the kitchen cupboard, like you can't do these things, obviously you can't walk your dogs. And you said it took a little while, you got there in the end, but it took a little while. Like realistically, what was that period of time?
So from doing it, waiting 11, 12 days to have the operation, then after the operation, not being able to go home straight away because they have to observe you and make sure everything's all right. So there's another couple of, maybe 3 days. Then getting home, the struggle of getting home, and just physically getting home was a struggle. Then being bed-bound, literally, I was bed-bound. I couldn't go up and down the stairs. If I was downstairs, I was downstairs. If I was upstairs, I was upstairs. Then obviously people wanted to visit and stuff, but I don't think I actually got over it, got like back on my feet for about 6 weeks. Like, I could get about, but I was just moping about. I was being soft, or if you want to call it soft. I was just really, really like down, like, wow. You are probably one of the fittest people I know, because it's me, but that's what everyone was saying. But to go from that to not being able to function as who I am over a course of 6 weeks was really bad. I lost the biggest thing for me when I look back at my pictures, and I look like I have a big afro, but my hair was probably this high. But that's because I've lost weight, and as soon as you start to lose weight, your face and everything look withdrawn in it. So,
like you say, when you're used to going to the gym and eating a certain way and training a certain way, you're used to the way that you look in the mirror.
Yeah.
So the minute that does start to change in quite a significantly short period of time, it feels a little bit more extreme as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. I was obsessed with weighing myself as well.
Was you?
Yeah, it become like an obsession, like.
And that's not something you've ever done before?
Nah, I just know my weight, kind of what it was, but I know, like, in that period I lost about 9 kilos, so that was a massive, massive drop.
And what sort of conversations were you having with your family and your friends during this moment, knowing that you've probably self-reflected and recognised that I'm doing stuff I don't normally do here.
Yeah.
This is an obsession that has never affected me before. What was that conversation like?
I had everybody around me and everyone's like, oh, it's going to be okay. But I didn't really speak to anybody about like what I was doing in terms of losing weight. I probably spoke to one of my friends and best friend who's abroad about it. But other than that, I kind of kept it to myself. I didn't want people to think I was going a bit crazy and telling me to stop obsessing about stuff. I was trying to keep busy, but
I had a feeling you would say that because you're hyper independent, right?
Yeah.
And when you're hyper independent, it's really easy to believe that there's no one else that can help you because why can't I help myself?
Yeah.
If you was to be in that same position now, or it happened to me, what advice would you be giving me?
Lean on everybody and everything. Talk, mainly talk, communicate how you're feeling and what those feelings are, how they're impacting you.
Yeah.
What are your strengths in terms of like what you're going through, and when are your lowest points? Like often because I was by myself the 12 days in hospital, I had a lot of time to listen to my own thoughts and self-reflect, and I think that period, although people coming to visit, once it's gone, it was just me and myself again. And
it's very easy, isn't it, to go emotionally from a really strong point because you're having conversations that maybe are completely different to the ones that you're focusing on right now as well. But the minute, like you say, that support mechanism leaves, then what? The mind starts going, thoughts start happening and everything else. But what was it, or was there a moment, in fact, I don't know, was there a moment in your recovery, almost like a light switch went off to be like, I cannot keep doing this. There's behaving in a detrimental way to my recovery here. I need to make a change, or was it just more of like this gradual thing?
I'd say it was a bit of both, like, again, I don't read much, and again, best friend sent me a book called That One Thing, and he's read it, and he's kind of underlined little bits in it that I took away.
Did he send you his copy?
Yeah, he sent me his copy and said, read this. And just little things like, when I do, I'm like, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Like, if you see my Insta, like when I'm saying I'm building something, I might be doing 9 different jobs at the same time, but it was like, just focus on the one thing. And the one thing for me was being able to bend my knee, not rely on like the brace that I was in. Like, I had little mini goals. Some of it was the physio as well, saying, right, in 2 weeks' time, you're going to have to do this. So when I started focus on just that and following whatever instructions I've been given, it kind of gave me a bit of clarity as to where I'm going to go with it. And then it was just my self-belief, like, I'm stubborn. So I was like...
And this is when it works.
Yeah, I'm like, no. I'm like, you ain't telling me I can't. And I always say, people go, oh, what about football? You're going to play football? I always say no. But recently, I'll have to show you in a bit. I'm in the garden, I can kick a ball. Not like fully, but I can kick a ball. And I was like, rah, you thought you weren't going to be able to kick a ball again?
Yeah.
So that little moment inside was like an eruption of joy.
Of course. And like, I know you from the gym, so I know you definitely don't skip leg day. You've turned up today with a 20 kg vest.
Yeah.
Playing absolutely 0 games. But realistically, again, like you say, you're focusing on your physio journey. And yes, your physio is holding you accountable. So every time you had that visit, he was expecting improvements, developments, whatever else that might be, or just less pain in general. But that still takes a huge amount of strength to focus on what we class as 1% gains, but these are probably 0.5 gains, right, in terms of its actual journey. Like, what was it within you, aside from kicking a ball, getting back in the gym and turning up at the physio? There must have been something else about you that you could rely on to get you from A to B.
Just self-belief. Like, I've got tats in it, so I've got a tattoo say faith makes things possible, not easy. So basically, having that belief that, you know what, you're gonna get through this.
Yeah.
You're gonna get through. It's gonna be difficult. You might have little setbacks, but at the end you'll be fine. That little spark that's within me, my self-drive. Like sometimes people say, what makes you get up and do it? I don't know. I just do it. And I struggle when people say, oh, I'm going gym, and then they go, did you go gym? No, I didn't. Why didn't you go? Oh, I can't do that. I can't do the feeling like, oh, I need somebody to tell me to do it. I personally do for me, and then drag others along, because you can see when I go gym, we've got our little crew that train and stuff.
I say it's important though, and you are a specific type of person. Not everyone has that innate strength within them. So if someone's looking at you and listening to your story now, they're going through injury or just generally speaking, have never experienced something like you've experienced right now, but are listening to what you're saying about just go to the gym. You don't need someone else. Yes, it's helpful, but you don't need someone else.
No.
Like, how would you encourage someone to step outside of their comfort zone and dig a little bit deeper?
I'd say try first. Don't just like not try. The not trying is a major thing that people probably go through, is like having regrets or questioning, if I would have done this, looking back and going, oh, if I would have done this on this day, then I would have been here. Like people tend to train for a reason, like a holiday or something.
Yeah.
If that's your thing, then start it now. Pretend you go on a holiday in 6 weeks, 6 months, and just go once.
And I always allow for it to develop and evolve from that need.
Yeah.
As well, right?
Because then the need it becomes a habit, whatever you do. And I think in terms of like with me, like I always say to people, they go, oh, what do you do? I say, just do 10 press-ups. I said, when you get up, do 10 press-ups. I'm like, yeah, but 10's better than none.
And also 10's difficult for some people.
Yeah.
That's a starting point.
Yeah, as a starting point, 10 press-ups. 10 press-ups or 10 sit-ups.
10,
compared to
steps.
Someone done 10,000 steps the other day. I said, you need to send some proof, because I don't believe it. And she, you know what, it's when when she sent the receipt, I had to like eat humble pie, because I was like, when did you do 10,000? Let me check Google, see if you can Google this, because this picture looks too doctored to me. Yeah.
AI did it.
Yeah, but it's literally just try, give it a go. And if you fail, go again the next day. And then if you feel like just keep going until that failure becomes less and less.
And also, failure isn't humiliating.
Nope.
Some of the most successful people that we all watch and listen to on the internet, for example, have failed 150 times. No, we haven't heard about it because they don't have to publicise it all, but their failures are what making their next business decision or whatever decision it might be the next best one, right?
Yep. And without failure, you won't succeed.
No, absolutely not. I agree with you. So, where are you now?
In terms of recovery?
Yeah.
I'm good.
I mean, you're searching, no problems.
Yeah, you know what? This was so I bought a spin bike, as you know. But really, that was because I used to have issues with my other knee, but that one was all right. And then the good one, which now the bad one, I bought a bike, spin bike at home, and I done the 30 for 30. Yeah. Still do that now.
It's so good.
It's not every day, but I do.
Oh, I've got some challenges coming up this year for you.
No, I'll be on there.
Tour de France, from home.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, Tour de France, that's 200 and something.
Big boy kilometres.
Nah, I'm involved. And is that going to be just...
season?
Yeah. That's all right, I'm involved. In terms of where I am now, I met with a surgeon a couple of weeks back, and he was like, I had no worries when I met you that you would recover back to where you should be. It's just time, because it's a tendon compared to an ACL. It's a different kind of reconstruction. So it takes longer to grow or to flex, whatever you said. So I'm good.
So how did you feel about it? You must have felt like
when I went,
pride inside.
I was hoping that he was going to sign me off, but he wants to see me in like 4 months just to see where I am then. But I did go private with my physio because, props to the NHS and that, they're just too oversubscribed, and if you can afford, it's your health at the end of the day. So I went that route, and my physio, Mark, big up to Mark, got to shout him out. I've recommended him to everybody. Yeah, I've recommended him to everyone just because of the journey we've been on.
Yeah.
And even he is like, he was saying to me the other day, like, I know we see each other, but it's more for you now. You're in a habit with seeing me. And I do feel like he's still helping me progress. But he goes, basically, that's back on you. You've done all this work because I only see you for X amount of time. You've got to go away and continue that. Yeah. And he goes, I know you go away and do exactly what I've kind of prescribed you to do.
Of course, evidence, right? In the recovery.
I've got so much range of movement now in my knee. Still a bit of instability because my muscles still haven't quite switched back on in my quads. Yeah. But I can go up and down stairs, which I didn't think I could do. I can cycle.
And I was jogging again with weights.
Yeah. That was my first thing.
And you're doing single legs as well. You're not even like utilising your left leg to kind of stabilise yourself.
No.
You've gone straight in for single leg lunges.
Yeah, that was. I have followed the regime strictly, so I didn't do anything before its time. Yeah. Even though I felt like I was like, I can do this now. I didn't do anything before its time, so it's just been a slow progress. Some of it's been,
but
but I knew that that's where I need to go and get to.
It was always going to work out the right way at the end of the day, wasn't it? Like you say, you follow your regime, you stuck to your guns, your physio stuck to his guns, and pushed you that little bit further as well. Yeah, I
kind of slacked on the diet side though, because obviously with eating, your body acts differently. So, like I was on fruits, I was drinking coconut water every day in hospital. I was like, no chocolate, no brioche.
This is the life,
when I came home, everyone who visited me was like, I bought you a pack of brioche. We bought these. I got a care package from a friend. He's like, like 3 packs of brioche. I'm like, I don't want all this stuff.
I do not need this.
But then obviously I slowly worked my way through it.
What is it now that you think, specifically what you've been through in the last 12 months, but also some of the stuff that you do from a career perspective as well? What does strength look like in you as a person? How does it show up?
Before I come into a room, it kind of goes into the room first. So when say work-wise, I work with young people in the youth justice system, and often, you're meeting different varied people, parents, carers, different professionals. But I think, like, even before I enter a room, my energy and that's my strength, is my energy. I believe my ability to be around and work with or be involved with anybody, and that's something I've had since I was little. Mm-hmm. Like we say, you have your popular kids. I've always been like able to just mix and blend with everybody.
Nice. It's a really good quality to have as a person.
Yeah.
And I think energy is important because, like you say, it might not be a characteristic specifically outside of energy, but energy is enough sometimes. It's the only thing you've got.
Yeah.
Sometimes as well.
Yeah. Good and bad energy in it. So I think it's the good energy levels that you bring and the humour and just being a safe person to help. Yeah. And that's something I pride myself in, especially work-wise. I don't treat the young people I work with any different to how I treat my own kids. Yeah. Same advice, and I've had to show in times where my son's gone to a jobs fair where there's been a young person I'm working with. I'm like, there's my son. You ask him if I treat him any different to you. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I said, in fact, you probably get it a bit easier than him, so it shows I just feel like if you have 2 different messages, and we have these things like masks, so we do these things that we know how to go into different arenas and be able to change accordingly. But your honesty and purity of when you work with people, that will just always come through, and I don't think you can blag young people.
No.
They're switched on. They know if if I won't swear, if you're taking a mick or whatever, but it's just something that, and not everyone's got it. You can teach some of it, but some of it has to just be, it just flows naturally out of you. So
I think it's important though, like when you said from an energy perspective, your energy is sincere, always. So if you're upset, you're angry, it's going to be sincere, it's going to be true, it's going to be factual. And then also like when you're supportive, and like you've always supported everything that I've done, and again it's sincere, like you actually care. It's not flippant. It's I want to know about it.
Yeah, you want everybody who you meet, like we met through the gym, and you know, you just want everybody to do well. So you support whatever people are doing and promote it, and just share it with everybody, because you see the benefits. It's not just about what you're doing, it's about what the person who's going to be involved get away from it. So like you've got your next spin stop coming up,
Front row.
But like people been asking me like, oh, if you better like just come, just go, we don't need me there. But I get people wanting to be there with somebody to know, so they can kind of go behind, and then the next one they'll bring somebody else, and before you know it, everybody's doing it. Enjoyable, tough, because when we did that, I wasn't where I am now with my leg, and I was worried.
Different in November.
I was worried about being able to stand up and cycle, and then when I did it, I was like, oh wow, I actually did it. And then that was another little moment for me.
Massive win as well. That's not even a little one. That's massive. Some people have never tried, and you're out here with much more of a bandage on that day. Yeah.
It was a lot more structured than this. I mean, I've only put this on for the video. Like I don't actually need it. I don't need it to cycle, but it's just like, it's like a comfort blanket as well. It makes me feel like I'm got that extra bit of strength.
I understand that actually. No, I get that. I think when you've had injuries, well, like I had injuries as a gymnast, and there was quite a while where you just felt like you needed that bit of like safety, or like it would be in a competition. I'm like, I'm gonna wear my bandage, and my coach would be like, but you haven't for like 6 weeks. But today, just in case.
Just in case. No, honestly, it's just like I don't wear it all day, and then like, oh, I'm going gym, I'm gonna need it. Why? You've not worn it all day. You've been going up and down stairs. You've been driving.
You are adding 20 kgs to everything though.
But
even just walking.
I know. You know what? The mad thing is when you're like, yeah, I'm gonna bring the vest today. It's all good and well until you need to go up the stairs at the end, and you're like, now there's times when I'm like, say to like my friend Mel, it's like, yeah, just stay down here with the vest. I'm not even bringing that upstairs. It's not about climbing the stairs with that. It's enough just bringing it back to the car.